What's up, everyone? Justin Anchetta here from SF Garnish Music Production and Soul Graffiti Studios. Going to be talking to you about some Ableton Live production. Quick tip on changing something that could be totally acoustic into some electronic machine sounds, and some quick tricks on taking your loop brackets and using them for easy transitions in arrangement view. Check it out. So here we are in Ableton Live 11 Suite. And I have a sweet little song here, Honey of the Heart style. And the song is very acoustic, right? It's a new tune that's coming out right now. But this is kind of the general vibe of it, right? Acoustic guitar, vocals. So what we're going to do here, though, is in a larger part of the song,
heart of the sky when the rain comes down, wash us with patience when we're breaking now.
We're going to actually take some of the effects and completely turn it into something new, utilizing pitch shifter, and I'll bring that into the screen so you guys can see this. This is in the Waves bundle, and I'm not sure if the deal still happens, but they had this recently. For $49 you got this whole deal of a bunch of Waves devices. Pitch shifter was in there, mono pitch shifter. And let's go ahead and just listen to this ending.
Return to when your day is done. Corazon, corazon.
So you can't really hear what's going on here too much, but essentially what I'm going to take is like this part. And what I want to do is take this whole area, let's say that area right there, I just highlighted it, and I press Command L. The loop brackets comes around that. Let's go ahead and zoom in so you guys can see this a little better. And actually, I think I wanted this whole phrasing. And then I click this upper bracket right here, and I go Command E. And essentially, I already did this, so essentially it cuts it on the entire loop bracket for every single track. Okay, so at that point, you have this area that's already highlighted, right? In the loop bracket, come back to loop bracket, make sure it's all highlighted still, this whole area. And you can go Command C. That's going to copy it. Now I'm going to press my negative button to zoom back out and bring it to somewhere outside of where the song is, essentially. Okay, so let's go ahead and measure 385 over here, super far away. Now, really important, if you do a whole loop bracket and Command copy, go to the very top, right? This is my very top one. I want to make sure that I start here so that it actually copies to the same tracks that you really want it to be. Now look how small that is. I'm going to make sure I zoom in, pressing the plus button to this exact area. And what we're going to do here is just work on specific tracks having different effects. Now I already did this a little bit ahead of time, but I'll just kind of walk you through some of the basics that what I did here. And that is essentially on this doubler, right, where this pitch shifter is, I added in some effects of the pitch trails and the delay spray. It looks like this automation is turning off there, so I'm going to make sure that I re-enable the automation, and let's make sure this is on. And the last one is too. Let's go ahead and listen to this now with the pitch trails, delay spray, and the pitch shifter is on. Looks like this one actually turned off as well. Let's go ahead, re-enable automation, and bring this one on. So really what I'm trying to do is just get that backing track with all these effects. So something that's really going to make it sound really interesting is if I take these automations right here, show automations, so 3, I'm going to press B to get over to my draw mode, which is also up here above, right above my head, right there, right? So I'm going to draw in these delay changes on one side, and then I go to this other side and I say show automation, and this one I'm going to draw kind of the opposite. Okay, if you want to see both of these at the same time, you can go ahead and press plus and say show automation, and you can see the right and left. Okay. It looks like right and left, left, right. There we go. So a little bit different. As this one goes down, this one goes up, and vice versa. But not totally planned out, right? This is part of the joy of this, is to yeah, not make it always exact. So I'm going to go ahead and press A, which is the function to get back out of automation mode. If those functions on your keyboard are not working, it might be because you're in keyboard mode right here. If this is engaged right there, then your keyboard A function will not work. So let's go ahead and listen. All right, so now it's sounding pretty funky there. And something that I noticed is that there's also some freezing that I can do down here, that I can show automations. And let's go ahead and just show all of these different effects and take off my returns so it's very clear. So this is the freezing, and I'm going to freeze this one just for a while on, and then show automation here. And let's freeze this one a little bit differently. And going back out of automation. So essentially the sound effects are kind of just getting a little bit out there. It doesn't even sound like the voice anymore. Going into something that I kind of pre-did here to save some time, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this one part that I brought in. Here we go. So what I did here is I added the volume increase so you guys can hear a little bit better. And you can hear some of those freezes. Now I notice that some of these freezes and areas I like just going and stopping it just right after that. So I'm like, okay, why don't I do that again? I can take this area, Command L, and do the exact same thing again, where I highlight it, Command E, I split those tracks, Command C, and then I place those tracks. Okay, and the automations should move as well. Just make sure once again that you go to the very, very top and you press paste. All right, so there it is right there. And this is where you can kind of start creating your samples. So if that's something that you want right there as a sample with all of the delay after it, you might want to take that extra time. Command Shift R and make sure you're in render as loop and make sure it's a waveform at the right bit depth that you want, sample rate that you want, and export. So this right here is going to be in my sound packs, and this is going to be the O2 throw, machine voice delay female at a specific BPM, because the 132 BPM does help out in regard to knowing how much the delay is thrown, and if you have that same tempo around there, it should work out good. Press save, and that then bounces it down, and then you can use it in other songs. All right, I hope that was helpful. If you like what you see in here, please click the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you again in the near future. Take care.